Hello friends. This video is brought to you by mywayteaching.com.
Here let us see how to multiply a fraction. Firstly, to multiply a fraction, say 1 by 4 with a whole number, we multiply the numerators and leave the denominator as it is. Let us see another example. If we have to multiply 3 with 1 by 4, we will multiply the numerator. We get 3 into 1 is 3 and the denominator remains the same. Hence we state that to multiply a whole number with a fraction, we multiply the whole number with the numerator of the fraction and keep the denominator same. What will happen if the fraction is a mixed fraction? Say we consider 3 multiplied by 2 5 by 7. We will first convert our mixed fraction into the improper fraction and get 3 into 7 to the 14 plus 5 19. So 19 by 7, and now multiply the numerators. We get 57 by 7, and we can again convert it into mixed fraction by division and we get 8 1 by 7. So we can say to multiply a mixed fraction to a whole number, first convert the mixed fraction to an improper fraction and then multiply. What will happen if we have to multiply two fractions? Say we have 3 by 5 to be multiplied by 2 by 4. We will multiply the numerators and get 6 and the denominators we get 20, and hence 6 by 20 is the required answer. We can now state that to multiply a fraction by another fraction, we multiply the numerators of the two fractions and the denominators of both the fractions with each other. We shall now study something new called the operator of. Sometimes, instead of using the multiplication sign, we can use the operator of. You must have heard statements like half of 2, 1/3 of 3 or something like this. This actually means when we say half of 2, this means half into 2. Similarly, when we say 1/3 of 4, it means 1 by 3 multiplied by 4. So here we define an operator of, which actually means multiplication. So remember that if you come across the operator of, it represents multiplication. Let us read the question. In a class of 40 students, 1/5 of the total number of students like to study English. 2/5 of the total number like to study mathematics and the remaining students like to study science. Then the first part of the question is, how many students like to study English? It is given that total number of students in the class are 40. Out of these, 1/5 of the total number of students like to study English. So, the number of students who like to study English is equal to 1/5 of 40, which is same as 1 by 5 multiplied by 40. Let us solve this. We get 8. This means 8 students out of 40 students like to study English. Second part of the question reads, how many students like to study mathematics? It is given that 2/5 of the total students like to study mathematics. So the number of students who like to study mathematics will be 2/5 of 40, which is equal to 2 by 5 into 40. Let us solve this. 5 8s are 40. 8 multiplied by 2 is equal to 16. That means number of students who like to study maths is 16. Third part of the question reads, what fraction of the total number of students like to study science? We have already calculated that the number of students who like English are 8 and number of students who like maths are 16. Now to find number of students who like science, we can calculate by subtracting 8 plus 16 from the total number of students, which will give us 40 minus 24, which is equal to 16. So we can say that out of 40 students, only 16 students like to study science. And we can say that the fraction of students who like to study science is equal to 16 by 40.